Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, and still trying to figure out why we only eat the good chocolate at Christmas. Why are people bothering with anything less than Lindt, Toblerone, or Ferrero Rocher? Hershey's, you smell like a dive bar bathroom, go away. America is tops at a lot of things, but chocolate is not one of them. Also, are we allowed to do the morning Baileys and the coffee until the new year? Is that how it works? That's how it works, right? That's what I'm doing. 'Tis the season to be crazy. Lauren Boebert is running from the 3rd district to the 4th, and I'll be getting to her escape plan, the MAGA Tears video she uploaded, along with the other cringe Christmas posts from Trump and his flat tire right-wing clown car. Plus, Lumpy Pillow Mike Lindell suffers a string of legendary audio tech fails, and I have a laugh getting into what leaves him thunderstruck. Check in with some fan favorites and more, but first, this.
Bottom line is, conservatives are tolerant. We are, kind of get out of your business. You leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. It's time to push back.
Tolerant is the last word I would use to describe the people who make it their business to get in the way of other people's business. They are trying to tell women what they can do with their bodies. Oh, they love babies. Well, they don't do anything for struggling children. They support a Muslim ban, make life as hard as possible for anyone marginalized, from Marjorie Taylor Greene posting an anti-trans sign across the hall from someone with a trans child, or DeSantis rewriting history for Florida students. Their base were the ones screaming at hardworking grocery staff for asking them to wear masks. The only thing conservatives are tolerant about is the stench emitting from their defeated diapered hero. Yeah, we gotta let that ride. It is pouring MAGA tears. I hope you've been having a great Christmas break. I have plenty to mock, so please laugh along with the good people in the comments while I tear into the latest in stupid and more.
I am totally excited for New Year's Eve at Mar-a-Lago. Ivanka always wears a nice dress. She's so hot. You know, it's the rule. You have to kiss your father at midnight. Many people are saying this.
This is really cool.
Marjorie Trader Greene complained about being swatted for the 8th time on Jesus' birthday. How dare you? Well, she likes to make it seem like this is a group effort by all liberals, and it's just one person making the call to do this to her. And I don't agree with this at all. It is a waste of resources. It puts the police at serious risk because no matter how much SWAT gear the police have, it's not enough to protect them from exposure to her helmet head and mortadella meat stump feet. It could be anyone doing this, and it's wrong, but to blame everyone on the left is just ridiculous. But she does like to make it public, and I don't think that's helping. Mike Johnson posted a family photo that didn't include his adopted black son. Couldn't have found one full picture of everyone and superimposed it on a Christmas tree. This could be done on your iPhone. It has a background removal feature built in, and we know you have iPhones because you talk about the anti-wank software you pay for. Weird. Trump posted an insane rant, I know, shocking, and then a picture of him and Melanie from 2 years ago since she's not around, and then he followed it up with a bonkers graphic. I know everyone notices revenge and power, but look closer. Fame, chaos, it's not even spelled correctly, ego, crazy, mucho. What is he going for the folks on the other side of his wall? What is going on with this? Well, the best gift was from Lauren Boebert to Adam. Knowing she would lose, Lauren took to Facebook, posting a video announcing she will be abandoning her constituents in Colorado's 3rd congressional district to run in Colorado's 4th congressional district.
Today, I am announcing my candidacy for the 2024 Republican nomination to represent Colorado's 4th congressional district in the United States House of Representatives. Since the first day I ran for public office, I promised I would do whatever it takes to stop the socialists and communists from taking over our country. That means staying in the fight, but it also means not allowing Hollywood elites and progressive money groups to buy the 3rd district, a seat that they have no business owning. I will not allow dark money that is directed at destroying me personally to steal this seat.
Yep, she's doing this because of all that Hollywood dark money. It's funny how these people champion a guy with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the one who shares posts by John Voight and James Woods and invited Kid Rock and others to the White House, but liberals cannot accept money from Rob Reiner and Ryan Reynolds, who have donated to her opponents. So Handy Bobo is handing her job to someone else to fight Adam, who still received the money. Quitting is not fighting, Lauren, but continue.
This announcement is a fresh start following a pretty difficult year for me and my family. I had never been in politics before, and I'd never been through a divorce, something I never intended to go through. I've made my own personal mistakes and have owned up and apologized for them.
She didn't own up or apologize. She denied she was vaping and made up a totally different story until the footage came out. In the 3rd District, Boebert was facing a primary challenge from Republican attorney Jeff Hurd, another reason for her to run to the 4th, where Congressman Ken Buck has decided not to seek re-election in 2024. So she'll just slide in there like a pair of her freshly lotioned palms.
The relationships we have cultivated over the past few years are deeply cherished and unbreakable.
If you have these unbreakable relationships, that would suggest your 3rd District voters will stand by you. But you're jumping ship because you know you can't sell tickets. Boebert barely beat Adam in 2022, winning with just 546 votes. The 4th District is more Republican, so she should have a far better chance at a win, as the 4th District leans 27 points towards the GOP versus the 3rd's 9.
I will be moving to the 4th in 2024 and will continue to take my conservative fight directly to them. And the Aspen donors, George Soros, and Hollywood actors that are trying to buy this seat, well, they can go pound sand.
You hear that, 4th District? She's going to be your new neighbor. And you know what her last neighbors thought of her? There was the time her kids were racing with off-road vehicles and her husband ran over mailboxes and picked fistfights enough to call 911, or the times her large off-leash dogs were out of control and she pled guilty to the violations. Hey, if you're lucky, she'll welcome you to the area with some of those pork sliders. And there's always a chance, just a chance, don't get too excited, but you might see Ted Cruz slipping out the back door if that sweetens the deal for you.
May God continue to bless you. May he have his hand over our great nation. God bless America. Thank you all.
She just can't stop talking about hands. Now, in August, I talked about CS Wind. That's now the largest wind turbine tower manufacturer in the world and located in her district. And additional investment in the facility was made possible by the Inflation Reduction Act. And it's not just the hiring of the 850 new employees and the many jobs on site. It's the thousands of pounds of steel and other materials used to produce the thousands of wind turbines this facility will create every year. Boebert opposed this legislation, and when Biden was around, he noted that and also put up signs marking the achievement.
You know, because the Democrats still said about it even when they were in power. So it didn't matter. These Democrats wanted these machines gone since.
But Mike Crispy unafraid. Zelensky invited Donald Trump.
We got something bleeding over. There we go. All right.
Now, what's going on there? I'm hearing myself.
I had no idea what that was. But yeah, so there's a perfect point. Why did those people not get sued?
Okay, note how loud it was when that audio leaked in. It wasn't some background noise that bled over. It was a clip at full volume. But for some reason, Mike said, "I'm hearing myself," when it was clearly a clip of someone else, and very loud.
These guys, what does it have to do? They were drilling on Dennis Montgomery evidence. Drilling on Dennis Montgomery evidence. Now, what is that? You want to know what's very weird about that is Dennis Montgomery, everybody.
What is that?
Where did that come from?
Where did that come from?
Anyway, everybody, well, maybe they don't want me to say it. That's bizarre.
It's not bizarre. It's a lumpy pillow manufacturer operation. Now, I kept the volume level the same, but I had to swap the track out for a YouTube sound-alike from their audio library because I can't just play a clip with AC/DC. But that was indeed Thunderstruck by AC/DC from The Razor's Edge, a tape I remember getting for Christmas when it came out. I am not at all surprised this happened. I mean, this is Tom Selleck's slow cousin's dumpster fire operation. But let's just check this out again because it's awesome and I think it needs a second pass.
These guys, what does it have to do? They were drilling on Dennis Montgomery evidence. Drilling on Dennis Montgomery evidence. Now, what is that? You want to know what's very weird about that is Dennis Montgomery, everybody.
What is that?
Where did that come from?
Where did that come from?
Anyway, everybody, well, maybe they don't want me to say it. That's bizarre.
It's just another day at the biggest broadcast place ever that is just Brandon and his kids for reals. And clearly they are not trained for this and they have been learning on the fly for a while and it's not sticking.
Okay, click on the radio podcast, everybody in there. If you blow it up a little bit, I don't know if you can there. I guess you can't. There we go. There's the My Pillow down comforters, everybody. Get those. Okay, hold on here. I'm getting hey, Logan, there, am I in? Can you see me yet? Okay. Tell your dad to reach out to Patrick Colbert. Is he coming on at 6:30? See if he's coming on.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, go ahead and reach him while I'm going through these. So we have you guys. I want to get you all to get this, take advantage of this because this.
Okay, I can do that. You can hear the cringe in Brandon's voice there. He wants to keep the illusion that there is a control room. There's a playroom, and he lets the boys hit a few buttons, and it's not going well. And I'm guessing one of them was rocking out to AC/DC. Good lads, not their dad's choice of music, and their hard rock got dumped into the live feed.
Alex here, still in the bunker with Marjorie. Again, good dude. 2023 is nearly over, and that means our flat Earth has made another trip around the sun thanks to God's mighty throw of his blue planetary pancake. On New Year's Day, I will be taking the tree down and borrowing a set of extra long barbecue tongs from my grill to somewhat safely put MTG's three-toed stocking back in the tub. Don't want to see it. Now my sweet Georgia Gremlin is planning Ring In 2024 at my off-the-grid but still on Uber Eats and Amazon Prime bunker because the only thing that will be getting swatted here are the flies that gravitate to the tubs of long-life survival meal kits that are about as airtight as a Donald Trump diaper. Look, if I could turn back the clock, I would not hire addicts to seal those things up, okay? Most of the glue went like up the nose instead of on the rim, but I was just going for an under-the-table operation to hide some more money. Now, we are going to watch fireworks around the world and launch a few of our own pew-pew, if you know what I mean. You see, we do a thing where every time zone we remove a piece of clothing, but it's like crucial that between the explosions from Australia, the UK, and USA, some things must remain. I'm not just talking the party hats, because like this isn't Lady Buns or Thunder from Down Under, good dudes. In this Bud Light free zone, it is the blonde meat swamp's duty to shield my soulless eyes from the blotchy freezer burn generic bottom of the bag fish stick toes zippered to the hammered spam can feet with I may need the chunder bucket, keep it ready, heels that look like the dog end of a wedge of gas station salami left in the fridge without a ziplock, getting that dry hard layer on the outside that makes you wonder if it is safe to shave off. Just like hopefully access an edible meaty core, or just cut the losses and accept that you are stuck with a wild woman with feet like two Ron DeSantis lift boots stuffed with red onions left near a radiator to go into mush, because what is the rule, MTG?
The socks stay on.
The socks stay on.
Okay, the phone lines are lighting up. Here we go. Let's start out with Gina, line one. Gina in Georgia. You're on with Mike Lindell, Gina.
Hi there, and it's Gina.
The biggest mistake about...
It's what? I'm sorry?
Go out and everybody should obey them simultaneously.
Wait a minute. We're getting some bleeding in from somewhere else. Just 1 second. We'll get that fixed. All right. I'm sorry. What is your name? It's not Gina. What is it? I'm sorry.
It's Dina.
Dina. Okay. Thank you, Dina.
More bleeding audio with the bleeding idiots. Gina, Dina. The great thing is Brandon is looking at his phone, which would say who the caller is. And again, the boys got it wrong. Biggest broadcast place ever. Tip of the spear to save the country. Election fraud specialists, cyber experts, morons. Can't wait for all those salty tears. Trump 2024. MAGA Tears. How's your Bidenomics 401k doing, Skinflint? MAGA Tears. Get a life, you're a pathetic snowflake with no jokes. MAGA Tears. The only thing conservatives are tolerant about is the stench emitting from their defeated diapered hero. Just power through it. Power through it. We're just gonna power through it.
I'm not just talking the party hats, because this isn't Lady Buns or Thunder from Down Under, good dudes.
Cannot accept money from Rob Reiner and Ryan Reynolds, who have donated to her opponents. So Handy Bobo is handing her job to someone else to fight Adam.
In this Bud Light free zone, it is the blonde meat swamp's duty to shield my soulless eyes from the blotchy freezer burn generic bottom of the bag fish stick toes zippered to her hammered can heat.
It's not bizarre. It's what happens because Mike calls it the biggest broadcast place ever. Broadcast?
stuffed with red onions and left near a radiator to go into total mush mode because what is the rule, MTJ?
The socks stay on.
And I don't agree with this at all. It's a waste of resources and puts the police at serious risk because no matter how much SWAT gear they have, it's not enough to protect them from the exposure to her helmet head and mortadella meat stumps.
I may need the chunder bucket, heels that look like the dog end of a wedge.